No, 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 no. Hey, yeah. The baker's already working before the city's fully dressed. Aprons covered with flour dust, fresh trays lined up on the shelf. Golden loaves behind the window, steam still rising from the racks. People passing slow, their footsteps following a familiar path. The corner store is waking up now, chairs arranged beside the door. Someone orders something simple, then decides to stay for more. Funny how a scent can stop you right in the middle of your plans. Take a little extra time, nothing's running away today. Fresh bread, warm air, open sidewalk, everything feels alright. Take a little extra time, maybe stay another song or two. The morning's moving nice and easy, no reason to rush it through. Bicycle bells down the avenue, sunlight climbing up the walls. Coffee cups begin appearing at the tiny outdoor stalls. The neighborhood starts humming softly, not too loud and not too fast, just enough to keep things moving without breaking the calm. Little routines build a city, small traditions every morning. Same old bakery on the corner, still worth visiting again. Some places never need improving, they're already doing fine. Fresh bread, open windows, laughter, that's enough to make a day. The next batch comes out of the oven. Take a little extra time, nothing's running away today. Fresh bread, warm air, open sidewalk, everything feels alright. Take a little extra time, maybe stay another song or two. The morning's moving nice and easy, no reason to rush it through. The clock keeps turning on the wall, but nobody is checking it. A book lies open on the table, halfway through another chapter. Clouds drift slowly past the window, making patterns on the floor. The afternoon keeps stretching out like it never wants to end. Messages can wait till later, the errands aren't going anywhere. Today belongs to slower choices and unimportant conversations. For once there's nothing on the schedule. Leave a little room for wandering, leave a little room for chance. Not every day needs a destination, not every step needs a plan. Leave a little room for wandering, the afternoon is on our side. Let's see where the hours take us and enjoy the ride. Maybe take the long way homeward, maybe stop beneath the tree, maybe order one more coffee, just because there's time to spare. The best moments often happen when we're not trying too hard, finding little pieces of joy hidden in ordinary hours. Everybody's chasing something, deadlines, goals, and expectations. But today we're letting go of unnecessary acceleration. And nothing urgent, nothing pending, worth the stress of running through. Sometimes peace is simply choosing not to hurry when you don't have to. The sunlight moves across the room. Leave a little room for wandering, leave a little room for chance. Not every day needs a destination, not every step needs a plan. Leave a little room for wandering, the afternoon is on our side. Let's see where the hours take us and enjoy the ride. dancing in a glass cup, catching sunlight from above. Fresh slices floating near the surface, turning yellow into gold. The weather says it's summertime, the sidewalks seem to agree. Everyone's looking for a reason to slow down and cool their day. A striped umbrella shades the stand near a busy little square. The picture keeps getting empty as people gather there. One sip changes the whole afternoon. Pour another glass and stay a while. Summer's got nowhere to be. Cold lemonade and easy laughter, that's enough for me. Pour another glass and stay a while. Let the sunshine fill the scene. Simple things can feel amazing when they're shared between friends. Someone brings a portable speaker, playing records from long ago. Heads begin to move together, following the rhythm flow. The heat feels lighter somehow, the day feels brighter too. Maybe it's the lemonade, or maybe it's the company, yeah. Paper cups and striped umbrellas, neighborhoods in celebration. Not a festival or holiday, just people enjoying weather. Tiny joys don't cost much money, yet they're worth remembering. Like cold lemonade in summer on an ordinary afternoon. The pitcher needs another refill. Between friends. Yeah. Rows of peach trees on the hillside, branches heavy with the season. Canvas baskets hanging ready for a long and sunny day. Warm colors fill the orchard, soft orange against the green. Every step reveals another perfect fruit among the leaves. Birds perform the morning soundtrack somewhere high above the fields. The breeze moves gently through the branches, keeping everyone at ease. The sweetest days arrive quietly. Fill another basket up, there's still plenty left to find. Golden afternoons like this one don't come around all the time. Fill another basket up, take a little piece of summer home. Every tree is telling stories in its own way. A tractor rolls beyond the orchard, following a dusty lane. The sky seems wider in the country than it does anywhere else. Hands get sticky from the harvest, nobody seems to mind. That's part of what makes days like this worth remembering later. Yeah, farm roads stretching through the distance, late season colors on the hillside. Every harvest has a rhythm different from the city pace. Nothing fancy, nothing flashy, just a day spent outdoors. Sometimes that's exactly all a person really needs. The basket slowly fill with color. Fill another basket up, there's still plenty left to find. Golden afternoons like this one don't come around all the time. Fill another basket up, take a little piece of summer home. Every tree is telling stories in its own way. A little truck beside the shoreline, painted white and ocean blue. Fresh coconuts stacked in coolers, waiting underneath the sun. Waves arrive in steady patterns, drawing lines along the sand. Seagulls drift above the water like they don't have plans either. Flip-flops leave temporary footprints. Children race along the beach. The afternoon keeps rolling forward without asking very much. Another breeze comes from the water. Take it easy by the seaside. Take it easy, stay a while. Cold coconut and salty air make everything feel light. Take it easy by the seaside. Leave your worries with the tide. The ocean's got a slower rhythm. Let's move along with it. Yeah, surfboards lean against a fence post. Palm leaves dance above the road. The vendor smiles and hands another fresh drink through the serving window. Some songs belong beside the ocean. This one might be one of those, built for sunny afternoons and nowhere urgent left to go. Beach roads, postcards, summer playlists, some faded signs beside the highway. Not a luxury vacation, just a simple coastal day. Sometimes that's the best arrangement. Nothing complicated, needed good weather, cold drinks, good music, and a view that never gets old. The waves keep time with the drum. Take it easy by the seaside. Take it easy, stay a while. Cold coconut and salty air make everything feel light. Take it easy by the seaside. Leave your worries with the tide. The ocean's got a slower rhythm. Let's move along with it. One more drink before sunset. The hammock sways from side to side, following the afternoon breeze. Leaves above create moving shadows across the grass beneath my feet. A paperback rests on my chest, only half the pages turn. The stories pause somewhere between, watching clouds become the entertainment. Far away a lawnmower starts, then slowly fades into the distance. Even sounds seem less demanding underneath this old tree's branches. Nothing calling, nothing waiting. Let the day unfold its own way. Let the hours drift along. The world can keep on spinning. We'll be right here with the song. Let the day unfold its own way. Take it easy, stay a while. There's plenty of afternoon left to enjoy another smile. Yeah, a bird lands briefly on a fence, then disappears into the sky. The breeze arrives without warning and cools the warmth of summer light. The hammock keeps a steady rhythm, like a metronome in the shade, keeping perfect time with moments that don't need to be explained. No notifications buzzing, no appointments on the calendar, just a tree that's been standing here long before today's concern. Sometimes slowing isn't laziness, sometimes it's appreciation for the little pieces of life that get missed when moving fast. Another cloud crosses the sunlight. Let the day unfold its own way. Let the hours drift along. The world can keep on spinning. We'll be right here with the song. Let the day unfold its own way. Take it easy, stay a while. There's plenty of afternoon left to enjoy. has finally packed his bags, leaving droplets everywhere. Tiny mirrors on the petals, catching pieces of the sky. The garden wears a cleaner color, every leaf looks freshly painted. The pathways still reflect the clouds like polished sheets of glass. Butterflies return to business, hovering over blooming rows, as if the storm was only a short interruption in the day. Everything feels newly opened, shining on the flowers now. Tiny diamonds made of rain. Every garden tells a story after weather moves away. Shining on the flowers now, hold the moment while it stays. The sky is blue again above us, and the colors seem to dance. The roses lean beneath the moisture, the daisies lift their heads once more. The scent of wet soil rises softly from the roots below the ground. A breeze arrives and sends a shimmer across 100 waiting blooms, like a crowd waving together at the beginning of a show. Storms don't stay forever, that's the lesson nature teaches. Even rainy afternoons eventually become reflection. Drops of water on a flower can transform an ordinary view. Sometimes beauty comes from changes that we never planned to see. The last puddle slowly disappears, shining on the flowers now. Tiny diamonds make the rain. Every garden tells a story after weather moves away. Shining on the flowers now, hold the moment while it stays. The sky is blue again above us, and the colors seem to dance. Rain taps gently on the awning, keeping time against the glass. People settle in the corners, watching traffic slowly pass. Coffee beans were ground this morning, the aroma fills the room, mixing with the rainy weather like a perfectly matched tune. Someone writes inside a notebook, someone reads beside the wall. Nobody seems in a hurry to leave this place at all. Outside moves slower than before. Pour another cup and stay. The rain can't finish when it wants. We've got music, warm conversation, and nowhere else to be. Pour another cup and stay. Listen to the rooftop drums, every drop becomes a rhythm, floating through the afternoon. Steam rises above ceramic mugs, drawing shapes into the air. The barista hums along quietly to the record spinning nearby. Streetlights start appearing early behind a curtain made of rain, turning every passing vehicle into streaks of moving color. Window seats and rainy playlists, fresh espresso, open sketchbook. Some of life's best conversations happen without planning them. Weather keeping people indoors, turn strangers into neighbors, sharing shelter for an hour, and a soundtrack made of rainfall. If the record reaches side B, pour another cup and stay. The rain can't finish when it wants. We've got music, warm conversation, and nowhere else to be. Pour another cup and stay. stay. The rain can finish when it wants. We've got music, warm conversation, and nowhere else to be. Pour another cup and stay.
The rain rolls past beyond the valley, leaving sunlight in its wake. A rainbow stretches over hillsides like a bridge the sky just made. Grassland shine beneath the daylight, still carrying traces of rain. Every color seems brighter now than it looked before the storm. Children point toward the horizon, trying hard to find the end, as if they could walk there someday and discover where it lands. The clouds finally open the curtain. Look at all the colors now, spilling over field and sky. Sometimes after heavy weather, the best views arrive. Look at all the colors now, stretching farther than we know. The world feels wider for a moment, standing on this hill. We move softly through the grasslands, drawing waves across the green. The whole landscape seems awakened by the shower that just passed. Some moments don't last very long, that's exactly why they matter. A rainbow never stays forever, but everyone remembers it, yeah. Every storm leaves something behind. Sometimes puddles, sometimes stories, sometimes colors across the skyline that make people stop and stare. The sky keeps changing every minute, never holding one expression. That's what makes it worth watching. Again and again, the colors slowly start to fade. Look at all the colors now, sometimes after heavy weather, the best views arrive. Look at all the colors now, stretching farther than we know. The world feels wider for a moment, standing on this hill. Turn left here, then maybe right. No reason other than curiosity. Every street offers another scene, waiting quietly around the bend. A flower shop beside a bakery, a bookstore hidden underground. Tiny details usually missed start appearing everywhere. A musician plays near the station, someone paints outside a cafe. The city reveals different stories when you're not rushing through it. No map needed today. Take the long way home tonight, see where the sidewalks lead. Every corner holds a surprise. If you let yourself wander, take the long way home tonight. Forget about the shortest route, the journey's half the reason for stepping out the door. A narrow alley full of murals, a staircase covered with vines. Unexpected places often become the highlights of a day. The afternoon keeps unfolding, one discovery at a time, without a schedule in control.
everything feels lighter. No destination in the pocket, no timetable to follow, just a pair of comfortable shoes and a city full of chances. Every neighborhood has secrets, every block a different flavor. You don't need a grand adventure to find something memorable. The street lights begin turning on. Take the long way home tonight. See where the sidewalks lead. Every corner holds a surprise if you let yourself wander. Take the long way home tonight. Forget about the shortest route. The journey's half the reason for stepping out the door. Maybe one more block. Maybe one more block. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Camera hanging from my shoulder, battery charged and ready to go. No big plans for today's adventure, just collecting little moments. A coffee shop beside the station, street musicians near the square, someone walking, 3 small corgis, all the things worth keeping there. The sunlight bounces off the windows, people fill the avenue. Every frame feels like a postcard from an ordinary afternoon. Press record and see what happens. Roll the tape and let it play. Little moments make the day. Nothing fancy, nothing stays, just the world along the way. Roll the tape and let it play. Keep the best parts anyway. Every corner tells a story if you stop and look around. Yeah. A bicycle parked by flowers, fresh fruit stacked outside a shop. Tiny details often disappear when you're moving much too fast. Now they stay inside the footage, ready for another day. When I want to revisit places that I almost walked right past. Yeah. No script written in advance, no checklist in my pocket, just a lens and some curiosity. Looking for the interest in life's not made of highlights only. Sometimes beauty hides in passing. Small routines become memories when somebody takes the time. The memory card keeps filling up. Roll the tape and let it play. Little moments make the day. Nothing fancy, nothing staged, just the world along the way. Roll the tape and let it play. Keep the best parts anyway. Every corner tells a story if you stop and look around. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 A colorful car beside the market, spinning circles made of sugar. Pink and blue and shades of yellow, floating higher than the crowd. Children gather all around it, watching ribbons twist and grow like tiny clouds caught on a stick, ready for the road back home. The vendor works with practice motions, turning sweetness into art, making ordinary afternoons a little brighter from the start. Everybody stops to look. Take a bite before it disappears. Light is airing twice as sweet. A little fun wrapped in a paper cone, making every smile complete. Take a bite before it disappears. Hold it high above the crowd. Simple joys don't need a reason to make a day feel good. Yeah. from a nearby speaker mixes with the market noise. Families wandering between the stalls, enjoying the evening air. So, some memories stay forever because they're easy and small, like sticky fingers and sugar clouds on a warm weekend walk. Street lights coming on slowly, festival colors all around. Everybody finding something worth bringing back home. No luxury required here, just a little bit of sweetness. Sometimes happiness arrives on four wheels and a canopy. Another swirl begins to rise. Take a bite before it disappears. Light as air and twice as sweet. A little fun wrapped in a paper cone, making every smile complete. Take a bite before it disappears. Hold it high above the crowd. Simple joys don't need a reason to make a day feel good. Yeah. The court still holds a little heat from the afternoon sun above. Sneakers squeak across the surface as another game begins. Someone calls for one more player, someone claims the winning shot. Friendly trash talk fills the air between the laughter and the dribbles. Street lights slowly flicker on, painting shadows near the fence. But nobody is ready yet to call the evening finished. Just one more game before we leave. Stay a little longer now, the night's still young enough to play. One more pass and one more jumper before the daylight fades. Stay a little longer now, everybody's feeling good. The scoreboard doesn't really matter, we're here for moments like these. The sky turns shades of orange and blue, clouds stretching over rooftops. Music plays from someone's speaker, keeping rhythm for the game. Water bottles on the sideline, rest beside forgotten bags. Nobody checking any clocks, nobody in a hurry. Pick-up games in summer evenings, different teams every weekend. Somehow everybody leaves with a story worth repeating. It's never really about winning, more about who's showing up. Friends, fresh air, and good energy, that's enough for us. The last shot bounces off the rim. Stay a little longer now, the night's still young enough to play. One more pass and one more jumper before the daylight fades. Stay a little longer now, everybody's feeling good. The scoreboard doesn't really matter, we're here for moments like these. Beside the water, sending aromas through the air. Different flavors, different stories, waiting underneath the lights. Families wander by the river, sampling dishes one by one. The reflections on the water dance beneath the evening sky. Musicians play beside the walkway, keeping heads moving in time. The whole riverfront feels alive with conversation and music. Every corner smells amazing. Try a little bit of everything. Tonight belongs to curiosity. Take another walk along the river, see what catches your eye. Try a little bit of everything. Share a table with your friends. Good food and good company make the perfect combination. Paper lanterns line the pathway, guiding visitors along. The crowd grows larger every hour as the evening settles in. Laughter echoes near the shoreline, mixing with the flowing water, making memories out of moments that seem simple at first glance. Yeah. Street food, local recipes, generations sharing flavors. Every booth has its own history, passed along through many years. Some festivals feel special, not because they're grand events, but because they bring people together for a few relaxed hours. The river keeps moving beside us. Try a little bit of everything. Tonight belongs to curiosity. Take another walk along the river, see what catches your eye. Try a little bit of everything. Share a table with your friends. Good food and good company make the perfect combination.
The boat drifts slowly through the canal, passing bridges made of stone. Flower boxes hang from windows over streets we've never known. Bicycles rest beside the water, cafe tables face the shore. Every building seems to carry stories from another era. The captain points toward landmarks while the city passes by, like pages turning in a novel written underneath the sky. No reason to move any faster. Take the scenic route tonight. Let the city come to you. Every bridge and every corner offers something new. Take the scenic route tonight. Watch reflections pass below. Some places are best discovered at the speed of a drifting boat. Church bells ring across the rooftop somewhere farther down the way. Tourists wave from little balconies as the evening starts to form. The water mirrors all the colors of the houses and the sky, blending everything together into one moving painting. A world, streets of modern stories, different centuries overlapping. Every canal holds connections between yesterday and now. No rush to reach the destination, the journey is the highlight. Some views only make sense slowly, floating through them one by one. The next bridge appears ahead. Take the scenic route tonight. Let the city come to you. Every bridge and every corner offers something new. Take the scenic route tonight. Watch reflections pass below. Some places are best discovered at the speed of a drifting boat. The city keeps unfolding. Most people already went home, but the lights are still on here. Yeah. The city outside has slowed its pace. Storefront signs begin to dim. Traffic fades into the distance, leaving room for smaller sounds. Coffee grinders rest for moments between the final orders of the night. A record spins behind the counter, filling corners of the room. Someone studies by the bookshelf, someone sketches near the wall. A pair of friends share conversation that stretches longer than they planned. The windows mirror indoor lanterns more than they show the street outside, making this place feel suspended somewhere between today and tomorrow. No one seems to mind the hour. Stay a little longer, stay a little longer. But the night's not finished yet. One more song from the speakers, one more page before we leave. The world can wait outside the doorway for another little while. Stay a little longer, stay a little longer. There's still warmth inside this room. Take it slow tonight, and take it slow tonight. Steam rises from ceramic mugs like tiny clouds above the tables. The menu board remains unchanged, waiting for tomorrow's crowd. A train passes somewhere distant, barely heard beyond the glass. The rhythm fits the record perfectly, like part of the arrangement. Some places feel different after dark, less crowded, more themselves. Every chair and every corner tells its story more clearly. The barista wipes the counter slowly, still moving with the music. Late, yeah, late hours got a different energy. Not louder, just more focus. Fewer voices, deeper thoughts, less distraction in the atmosphere. Writers finishing rough drafts, students reaching final chapters. Dreamers building future plans over cups that have gone cold. Not every good memory happens during the busiest part of the day. Sometimes they arrive quietly after most people have left, and somehow those moments stay longer than the ones we expected. Soon the chairs will be stacked away, soon the register will close. But right now the record's still turning, and nobody's checking the clock. Maybe that's the secret. Maybe that's enough. Stay a little longer, stay a little longer. The night's not finished yet. One more song from the speakers, one more page before we leave. The world can wait outside the doorway for another little while. There's still warmth inside this room. The lights stay on a little longer, just for us tonight. Just a short break, or maybe a little longer. Yeah. The laptop closes for a moment, the notifications can't wait. Outside the cafe windows, the afternoon keeps moving on. Coffee arrives beside the notebook, condensation on the glass. A small reward between the deadlines, and the meeting's still ahead. People pass along the sidewalk, carrying places they need to be. Meanwhile, this table feels protected from the rush outside. The playlist settles into rhythm, making everything seem lighter. Just a pause before returning. I take 15 minutes. I take 15 minutes.
Let your thoughts breathe for a while. I put the schedule down beside you, set the checklist out of sight. Everything will still be waiting when it's time to start again. Take 15 minutes, take 15 minutes. You deserve a little space. Yeah. Lean back for a second. Lean back for a second. Yeah. A page gets filled with random sketches. Ideas arrive without warning. Funny how solutions show up when you're not forcing them. The coffee cools a little slower than the pressure of the morning. The music from the speakers changes the color of the day. A conversation at the next table turns into distant background notes, blending with cups and footsteps into a comfortable rhythm. Yeah. Every week moves pretty quickly, targets, goals, and expectations. Always looking toward the finish, rarely stopping in the middle. But breaks on wasted moments depart, and moving forward, even ninjas need to pause before another long stretch. Take a breath and reset focus. Look around a little longer. Sometimes clarity arrives in the space between tasks. The clock keeps moving anyway. No need to race against it. Take 15 minutes. Take 15 minutes. Let your thoughts breathe for a while. Put the schedule down beside you, set the checklist out of sight. Everything will still be waiting when it's time to start again. Take 15 minutes. Take 15 minutes. You deserve a little space. The break ends soon, but not just yet. Fresh leaves and hot water. Fresh leaves and hot water. The kettle starts its familiar song near the counter by the shelf. Rows of jars hold different stories, collected from distant hills. Steam rises through the room, carrying floral notes and spice, transforming ordinary air into something worth noticing. A customer turns another page while waiting for the brew. The whole cafe seems connected by the fragrance drifting through. The afternoon settles comfortably into its favorite chair. Some scents can change a room. Pour another cup slowly. Pour another cup slowly. Let the flavors take their time. No need to rush the process. No need to hurry through. Some things are better enjoyed one sip at a time. Pour another cup slowly. Pour another cup slowly. Stay for one more refill. Stay for one more refill. Rain taps gently on the awning, adding percussion to the scene. A record turns somewhere nearby, keeping steady company. The teapot waits between conversations, patient as ever before, while stories travel across tables with every fresh serving. The room grows warmer by degrees without anyone noticing. Yeah, tea leaves crossed oceans and mountains before arriving at this table. Different regions, different harvests, different histories in every cup. Funny how something so simple can slow an entire afternoon, turning routine into ritual without asking for much. A good drink and good company still solve more problems than expected. That's probably why cafes exist. The kettle sings again. Pour another cup, slowly. Pour another cup, slowly. Let the flavors take their time. No need to rush the process. No need to hurry through. Some things are better enjoyed one sip at a time. Pour another cup slowly. Pour another cup slowly. The aroma stays behind.
Sunlight on the table, one empty chair beside me. The window's open just a little, letting summer drift inside. A bowl of fruit behind the counter adds more color to the scene. Strawberries and slices of mango waiting in a chilled display. Soon they'll find their way together into something sweet and cold. Outside, people cross the avenue, carrying bags and busy plans. Meanwhile, this corner by the window feels detached from all of that. The glass arrives with tiny droplets gathering around the rim. Bright layers stacked like painted sunsets made from orchards and sunshine. The day seems lighter from this seat. Take another sip and stay a while. Let the afternoon unfold. Sweet fruit, soft music, open windows. That's enough to make me smile. Take another sip and stay a while. Watch the city moving by. No destination calling loudly. Nothing urgent on my mind. Easy afternoon, easy afternoon. Let it last a little longer. Easy afternoon, easy afternoon. Stay a little longer here. A cyclist passes down the sidewalk. Someone walks a golden retriever. Cloud shadows slide across the buildings, changing shapes along the street. The cafe playlist keeps on rolling, brass and drums and lazy chords. Every table has its own story, quietly being written down. A student highlights lines in textbooks. A painter fills another page. Someone laughs across the room at a joke worth repeating. The smoothie's nearly halfway finished, but the afternoon feels endless. Window seats are special powers, turning ordinary hours into little observations that become unexpected memories. Watching life without participating can be entertaining too. Every passerby's a character for a moment in the frame. Fresh fruit blended into colors, music blended into weather. Everything comes together nicely on afternoons like this. No grand event is taking place, and somehow that's the beauty. The shadows stretch across the floor. The sunlight shifts another inch. One more track begins to play. Nobody reaches for the door. Stay where you are. The day's still young. Take another sip and stay a while. Let the afternoon unfold. Sweet fruit, soft music, open windows. That's enough to make me smile. Oh, take another sip and stay a while. Watch the city moving by. No destination calling loudly. Nothing urgent on my mind. Take another sip and stay a while. The rhythm fits the day just right. Sweet fruit, soft music, open windows. Everything feels alright. The glass is empty now, but I'll probably order another. Old records on the shelf, plants reaching toward the sunlight. Wooden chairs with faded patterns, photographs along the walls, a clock that's slightly inaccurate, but nobody seems to mind. Fern leaves hang above the counter, framing jars and antique cups. Every object in the room looks like it arrived with a story. A record player spins softly near a shelf of paperback novels. The sound isn't perfectly clean, which somehow makes it better. Light filters through lace curtains, drawing patterns on the floor. The room feels collected slowly across many different years. Some places never follow trends. Keep the record turning slowly, keep the record turning on. Every scratch and every crackle feels like part of the song. Keep the record turning slowly, let's stay here a little more, among the plants and old furniture, far away from rushing days. Right here, right here. This room feels good today. Right here, right here. No need to be elsewhere. The owner knows most customers by their orders and their names. A habit built through many seasons, one conversation at a time. Books lean sideways on the shelves beside forgotten postcards. Travel souvenirs and ticket stubs collected from distant places. Outside the garden grows freely around stone paths and flower pots, blending into the cafe walls until it's hard to tell them apart. The whole building seems to breathe at its own comfortable pace. Modern cities move quickly, everything updates tomorrow, but places like this remind us not everything needs replacing. Some tables carry marks and scratches left by years of conversations. Every line becomes a record of somebody spending time here. Maybe that's why people returned again and again each season, looking for familiar corners in a world that's always changing. Certain places earn affection without ever asking for it. The afternoon settles deeper, another record finds the needle. The plants sway near the window, following a passing breeze. Nothing dramatic happens here, and that's exactly the point. Keep the record turning slowly, keep the record turning on. Every scratch and every crackle feels like part of the song. Keep the record turning slowly, let's stay here a little more, among the plants and old furniture, far away from rushing days. Keep the record turning slowly, the evening can wait outside. We've got music, coffee, good company, and plenty of time tonight. The record reaches the final groove, then starts again. The city fades below, the sky feels closer up here. A small lamp glows beside the window, books are stacked against the wall. Wooden beams stretch overhead, holding stories of many years. The attic keeps its own rhythm, separate from streets
below, a place where time feels softer and conversations linger longer. Outside, the roofline frames the heavens like a picture drawn in ink. Constellations scatter quietly across the dark blue canvas. The evening air slips through the window, carrying traces of summer nights, while distant traffic becomes background to the universe above. The world seems wider from this view. Under a ceiling full of stars, we can stay up talking late. No destination waiting for us, no reason to close the day. Under a ceiling full of stars, every thought feels lighter now. The night keeps stretching farther, and we're in no hurry at all. Stay awake a while, stay awake a while. The sky still has stories to tell. A notebook rests beside a teacup, filled with half-finished ideas, the kind that arrive unexpectedly when the world grows calm enough. A shooting star cuts through the darkness, too quickly to hold on to, yet somehow that's what makes it special. A brief visitor passing through. The moon hangs above neighboring rooftops, watching over silent streets, while the attic remains suspended between dreaming and reality. Late nights got a certain magic, not the flashy kind people advertise. Just simple moments in quiet places where thoughts have room to breathe. The stars don't ask for attention, they simply show up every evening, reminding us how large the picture is beyond tomorrow's obligations. Maybe that's why we keep looking upward, searching for perspective, finding comfort in knowing the sky has always been there. The clock keeps moving, but nobody checks it. The playlist drifts into another song, and the stars keep shining anyway. Under a ceiling full of stars, we can stay up talking late. No destination waiting for us, no reason to close the day. Under a ceiling full of stars, every thought feels lighter now. The night keeps stretching farther, and we're in no hurry at all. The city sleeps below, but the sky is still awake. Dust on the cover, years inside the pages. A photo slips from the album, landing softly on the table. Smiling faces from another season, frozen in afternoon sunlight. Old vacations and birthday parties, picnics underneath tall trees. Moments nobody planned to remember, now preserved in glossy frames. Some corners have started fading, colors softened by the years, yet the memories stay surprisingly clear behind every photograph. A summer bicycle ride, a family meal beside the river, small events at the time, now treasures worth revisiting. Funny how a picture can travel through time. Turn another page slowly, there's still more left to see. Little snapshots of ordinary days that became meaningful somehow. Turn another page slowly, let the memories arrive. Every photograph a doorway back into another year. Hold on to the moment, hold on to the moment, just a little longer. Yeah. A handwritten note in the margin explains a forgotten location. Suddenly the scene returns more vivid than expected. Laughter echoes from the images across decades and distances. Proof that happiness often lives in simple afternoons. The album grows heavier with every page that's turned. Not because of paper, but because of everything it carries. Yeah, nobody takes a photo thinking this will matter 10 years later. Yet somehow ordinary moments become the ones we miss the most. Not the grand celebrations or the biggest accomplishments, just everyday life unfolding before anyone knew it was special. The camera caught what mattered without even trying, and now those moments live forever inside these pages. One more page, one more memory, one more reason to smile. Turn another page slowly. There's still more left to see. Little snapshots of ordinary days that became meaningful somehow. Turn another page slowly. Let the memories arrive. Every photograph a doorway back into another year. The album closes, but the stories remain.
Static fades away. Another song begins. The radio sits near the window, exactly where it's always been. Its wooden frame a little worn, but still working perfectly. No playlist, no searching, no skipping every other track. Just letting chance decide what arrives through the speakers. A jazz tune becomes a love song, then an interview at midnight. Every voice feels connected somehow by invisible waves in the air. The room fills with unexpected stories from places far away. Sometimes surprise is better than choice. Leave it on the same station, leave it on and let it roll. You never know what's coming next, but that's part of the fun. Leave it on the same station, leave it on and let it roll. Every song becomes a companion for the rest of the night. Don't change the dial, don't change the dial. Rain taps lightly on the rooftop. The radio keeps perfect company. A late night host shares observations between tracks and advertisements. The room grows warmer with familiarity as the hours drift along. One song ends and another starts, like turning pages in a book. Modern life wants everything customized, built exactly to our preferences. But there's something refreshing about not knowing what's next. Random songs become discoveries, unexpected voices become favorites. The station curates the evening without asking our opinion. Sometimes letting go of control leads somewhere better. The signal travels through the darkness, crossing rooftops and highways, finding its way here. Leave it on the same station, leave it on and let it roll. You never know what's coming next, that's part of the fun. Leave it on the same station, leave it on and let it roll. Every song becomes a companion for the rest of the night.
for the dial. Steam rises into the night. The sign is still glowing. Yeah. Most storefronts have already closed. The sidewalks growing empty. Yet one small ramen shop remains right against the darkness. Customers drifting quietly. Taxi drivers, students, musicians, night shift workers ending long days, sharing the same warm refuge. The aroma reaches the doorway long before the menu appears. Broth simmering patiently, hour after hour. Bowls arrive, carrying comfort, simple and familiar. Some places know exactly what they're meant to be. One more bowl before sunrise, one more conversation too. The city never really sleeps, it just changes its rhythm. One more bowl before sunrise, the night is still unfolding. Warm food and familiar faces make the hours feel lighter. Stay a little longer. Stay a little longer. Yeah, the cook works with practice movements, repeating motions thousands of times. Yet every bowl still feels personal to the person receiving it. Outside, a train rattles by. Inside, the shop remains steady, protected from the cold night air by soup and conversation. A clock hangs above the counter, ignored by everyone present. Every city is hidden landmarks, not famous enough for guidebooks, but important to the people who know where to find them. Places open after midnight, serving more than just meals, offering a brief pause between one part of life and the next. The best spots don't need attention, word of mouth keeps them busy. One bowl at a time, the sky begins changing color. Morning waits beyond the window. One more bowl before sunrise, one more conversation too. The city never really sleeps, it just changes its rhythm. One more bowl before sunrise, the night is still unfolding. Warm food and familiar faces make the hours feel lighter. The first train arrives, and the shop is still open. Brushes in a jar, sunlight on unfinished canvases. Yeah. The studio sits above a bakery, hidden from the main street below. A narrow staircase leads upward to a room full of ideas. Paint marks cover the floorboards, evidence of many projects. Some completed long ago, others still becoming something. Canvases lean against the walls, different sizes, different moods. Each one carrying a piece of somebody's imagination. Music plays through old speakers, keeping the room in motion. Every masterpiece starts somewhere. Leave a little room for creating, leave a little room for mistakes. Every sketch becomes a lesson, every color finds its place. Leave a little room for creating, the best ideas arrive that way. Not fully planned from the beginning, just growing day by day. Keep making things, keep making things, keep making things. A half-finished painting waits patiently for inspiration to return. Beside a notebook full of concepts drawn during late-night sessions, the afternoon slips through the windows, casting shadows across the room, turning art supplies into scenery for another creative day. Coffee cups gather on shelves alongside forgotten pencils. Yeah, creative work looks effortless only after it's completed. People rarely see the drafts of the mistakes beneath the surface. Every artist knows the process starts with uncertainty, trying, revising, trying again until something finally clicks. Progress isn't always visible, but it happens anyway, one brushstroke at a time. The sun begins to lower, another page fills with sketches, another idea takes shape. Leave a little room for creating, leave a little room for mistakes. Every sketch becomes a lesson, every color finds its place. Leave a little room for creating, the best ideas arrive that way, not fully planned from the beginning, just growing day by day. The lights stay on a little longer, there's still work worth doing.